Good evening, everyone, or good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. This is another session of our digital marketing class. Thank you very much for logging in and listening. I'm sure this is going to be very, very helpful to your business and to whatever you're looking to grow using this experience. So, I would most love to jump into today's topic. It's quite simple, yet a lot of people do not take their time out to do this little task before they start their marketing, either marketing physically or marketing digitally using online assets. And this is a model or a model that is interesting and very that will help you to narrow down and niche down people that are targeting to your business that would pay you for your products or services. So without further ado, this is called audience identification, or what I love to call buyer persona. This is knowing who is buying what and why. So that will inform you on where you're going to meet them, the processes of getting through to them, and how you can continue to grow your business targeting this set of people consistently. So let me let's be able to go together on this journey so we can have a good understanding of what we are doing. So, give me a moment. Let's get this show on the road. Great, welcome, welcome, welcome. I always advise that you should have your pen or paper prepared by your side. I love using, as much as I'm digitally inclined, I still love writing lots because it helps you put your ideas together in a well-informed manner. So the first question, which is very critical, and please do not rush to answer this question. It's essential, but a lot of people tend to want to rush. So take your time and ask, who are your audience? Do you know who your business buyers are? If so, how much do you know about them? And the truth is this, there are people that buy from us on a regular basis that we tend not to understand who they are or why they buy what they buy from us. And if we can understand the psychology of our clients, it's easier to know how you can connect with them and how you can sell them more while actually providing a solution to their challenges. So, who are your audience? Who are the people that have bought from you? And this question is easier to answer when you have had sales, when you have had people pay you for either your product or services. You can have a record of saying, "Oh, okay, I know this XYZ has paid. I know XYZ has paid. Why did they buy? Having some understanding of who the audience is." So today, what we are going to critically learn is that knowing who the audience are, your buyer persona, how to create your buyer personas, the tools for creating your buyer personas, and the customer value journey. This is a process of knowing from the awareness stage to purchase stage to raving fans. You will see everything in this course, on this module, and it's going to be very interesting and captivating. So when you say why know your audience, the first critical thing, it helps you understand your customers and prospective customers better. For me, this is even more about your prospective customers because you will know how what you're going to use to target or to attract the right set of people. It's possible that I am selling a product, but if I'm advertising to the wrong set of people, no matter how well my advert is or how the process is, the entire um, way it's being sold, if I do not put it properly to the right set of people, it's a waste of time and effort. So to know who your prospective customers are is important to know and understand your audience. The second point is allow to create content and messaging that appeals to your target audience. There is a factor of talking about content marketing, which is something we still discuss later in this course. That when you create content, you should be able to understand who you are creating the content for and how they are going to take it and eventually convert to sales. So, how to find buyer personas? Buyer personas can be created through research, reviews, and interviews, all with a mix of customers, prospects, and outside your contact database that might align with your target audience. What I tend to do, especially for business that has been in function that is working, that is live, right, is to do a mix of these things, right? You carry out surveys, you ask your customers directly, or it might be through Google Sheets, it might be through an interview, and you jot it down that, come, why did you buy what you bought? Who are you? What do you do? Or do you work? Are you in this what's your age range? Things like that. And through a lively conversation, most people would open up and let you know most of these things, right? So you need to do research. It's not just a case of I think, oh, I have had this experience before, right? You have to consistently ask and reach out. And another factor that will help is surveys, because some people might not even know why they buy what they buy. But from surveys, you can have an inclination that, oh, this person chose XYZ because of this, or that person did XYZ because of that, right? And that's a mix of these things that would assist you in the process of getting your customer. So where to discover information? Like I said, if you have an existing customer base database is very critical. If you can generate leads from a platform, that's very critical. You can also have interviews conducted online or offline. I personally prefer offline, via phone calls or one-on-one interviews. It's very important because you get to understand the demeanor of the people, and you can have a closer interaction. Then discover what they hate or like about your problem or solution. Me, I always talk about business in the terms of solutions, because your business can only thrive because you are solving a problem, and that's very critical. So why are they buying your solution? Are they not competitors that they would have preferred to buy from? Why do they? Is there a reason they hate? So, for example, if I'm selling air fresheners, right? What is it that they hate most? Is it the fact that, or people will come into their homes and the home doesn't smell fresh, or is it the fact that they might be working on something, or like a particular set of food that gives off a smell that they know that might be repulsive, and might have to just put the air freshener there. And if you understand the strong emotion of hate or love, you can know how to portray that to your customers and make sense from that. So there are three breakdowns, right? And it's a way of understanding not just the psychology or the way they think, is understanding where they are, which is their demography, and sociography, which is their status in the society. So let's break it down from demography, psychography, and sociography, knowing that these are the things that make your customer tick. These are their thinking processes. These are the things that will eventually, when you put together as a marketer, you will be able to know that, oh, if I do XYZ, it will definitely attract this set of people, or make my product or service get to this who I'm looking to target. So the demography is just your basic information, right? These are just the characteristics that some of them you can easily pick up from even just a simple conversation or trying to profile the person. Saying the characteristics of the audience can be their gender, their age, marital status, education, location, their purchase intent, like why are they looking to buy this, or what kind of people are they, then their lifestyle information. And this can also be can be perceived from simple interaction, or by understanding who they are. Their buying decision type, looking at, are they a deal seeker? Do they like to wait till when you are doing a promo or a discount, or are they an online shopper? And other things that you can use for your demographic. For the psychography, this is to know what actually makes them buy what they buy, the way they think, right? Are they people that they do not like stress? A lot of millennials or people in the 21st century prefer ease of operation. They prefer that the process they go through to get what they are looking for is very easy, right? And that's why you have to think around that. What makes them think upstairs? How do they realize, or how do they think around these things? And those factors will allow you to know what will make them buy from you, why are they buying from you and not other people, right? So, like I said, for identifying psychography, their personalities, right? Are the people that buy your product, are they introverts, are they extroverts, are they ambiverts? Their lifestyle, their interests, they love to watch movies, are they book readers, do they just love to party, and these are places you will now let you inform. For example, if you are people that love to have fun and go to parties and go to a lot of outdoor events, do you have to put your products or your services to advertise them at those events? or around those places. That would inform your decision of knowing the kind of products people that you're reaching out to. Their opinions, their attitudes, their beliefs. Are they rebellious in nature, but do they like to stand out from the crowd? The people that like to blend in. For example, and this is an example, if you look at the Tommy Hilfiger brand, right? Tommy Hilfiger is a brand that relates to both people that are extroverts in nature and people that are introverted. You will see some Tommy Hilfiger shirts that have Tommy, the original ones, right? They have their Tommy Hilfiger symbol on the back, the front. They have their big logo on the left side, left breast side of their polo shirts. While for even people that are introverted or do not like to wear loud clothing, they have their simple plain attires that have just their red and white logo on the left side, right? And this is them trying to understanding that if they do the loud part of their product alone, they won't be able to have the right set of people. They won't be able to win both sides of the divide. So they know that, oh yes, if you are the extrovert, loud, you love shouting colors, you love your shirts or your attires to look big and bogus. They have products for you. If they know that you are the conservative type that do not like to make a lot of noise about what you wear or how you wear it, they have clothes for you, and which makes perfect sense. So sociography is like knowing what the kind of place they are, their status, what are they watching, what are they listening to, where did they go? Like I said, when we were talking about are they extroverts, they like to go out. Where is the place they like to go? And if you are introverts, do they like to go to book clubs? Do they like to go for the movies? Do they like to have food to eat out? What influences what or who influences their buying decision? These are the critical things. So this is a template for a buyer persona. It might look like a lot, but it actually is very simple to go with. And your persona is a more like, because of you've collected all this information that we mentioned earlier, right? You can now create a fictional person that fits into that profile that we're talking about. So this is a template that is useful for creating a buyer persona. I'll share a document of what I used to create the buyer persona for the blog I work with. There are 4 sections of people that we wanted to reach out to, and we created a template, and that will help the blog grow massively. So this is the lady's name this is just a made-up name, Abigail Williams. So when you say background or demographics, these are the basic information. What job does she have? What career path is she looking at? Is she a family person? How many people in the family? What's the lifestyle? All her spending habits. Is she an impulsive spender, or she's someone that loves to plan spending? How old is she? What's her income? Where does she live? Does she identify? And this is something that is critical, as much as it's not something that we in the 21st century need to get a hold of, especially as we are marketing. Is that some people do not have a gender identity that is the normal male female, or is she non-gender based, right? You need to know that, right? So you ask her age, location, gender, education, profession, location, lifestyle, and you fill all these things in. So for example, let's say we are talking about women that buy sanitary pads, for example. So what part of the community or population of women are we looking to target? Are we looking to target women between the ages of 25 to 40? What are we going to use to target them? What are selling points? We need to know this information about them. Where do they live? What do the educational background? Things like that. Very, very important, right? What's their lifestyle like? Do they like to? Are they able to stock in bulk? Can you sell to them in bulk? Can you sell to them in single units? Things like that. Knowing their technology and social media use. Knowing, is this person active on TikTok? Is she active on Instagram? Is she a non-social media person? Is she active with her emails? And these are things that you can know from observation or just by asking, right? The personality traits. Is she an introvert or an extrovert? Is she someone that likes to talk? Is she interested in trying new things, or is she a consistent person? Are there brands she already trusts that she has been using? There are people that they use brands that their mothers or grandmothers have used, and they continue growing with that. So next is your goals, metrics, and motivations. And these are things that you need to write down, right? You need to take your time out to put together. for your buyers. Each person that you know that you're looking to target or that you have worked with, you can get extract information from them by doing interviews, surveys, whatever process you think is necessary. What goals and motivation, what are our challenges, right? And once you feel it, this is another template, right? Saying that this is a guy. So your template might be gender based, or you might just saying that okay, we are looking to create. From our research, we found out that let's use a food brand as an example. We're serving hot breakfast to young and upwardly mobile people, right? We're serving breakfast to them. So we know that young female that work and do not have time to cook would want to buy. Young males that also do not have time to cook would buy. And also a young family that have children running off to school would also buy this product, right? So we need to know how who how it breaks down. This template has some other questions that are different from the other templates. So you can look at each template, try to see which one fits in, right? So for example, this is for when we look at the common objectives, why would you say they buy? Why wouldn't they buy your product or service? Very critical. Or a case of an elevator pitch, sell your product or solution to this person in a sentence or in a few words. So what are the market messaging? How can you describe the solution to have the biggest impact, right? And these are things that are critical in building your buyer persona. So the value journey, right? This is a point that is very critical for understanding your customers. And like I keep saying, whenever your customer gets in touch with your brand, it doesn't mean that he or she is ready to buy immediately. Some of them might be interested or just asking around. They're just getting aware that your brand exists. They are not, they've not bought yet, right? So this is the process, and this is something that you should pay attention to in your branding journey, in your buyer's journey, in the growth and your sales funnel. So sometimes you just get aware of your product or your brand, either online or physically, by you speaking to them. When you're aware of it, you engage them, and by engagement, it simply means that you can always reach out to them via emails, social media, various platforms. And this is critical, especially when you're doing digital marketing. And that's why we talk about a lead generation funnel or a lead magnet. They will come in. Some might subscribe to your email messaging platform. Others might just follow you on social media. And it's the case that once they follow you, once they engage with you, once they're aware that you exist, they would want you to consistently provide content towards the fact of what you're doing. And this content is quite simple. You just need to engage them critically in the points that you know that they want to hear, or that is interesting, or the solutions to the problems that they have, right? Like let me go back and see Abigail's problem. Let's say one of our challenges is that she doesn't she doesn't have the time to buy clothes, right? And she's just looking for a store that she can buy online. If it doesn't fit her, she can return and have her money sent back to her. And you come and say, yes, that's what we do. She gets aware that you exist. Then you consistently post different pictures of your clothing and reviews of people that have bought, that have returned, and that have bought again. You understand? And that's a case of, oh wow, this exists. Wow, okay. Oh, I love this gown. I love this blouse. As you are engaging with her, she might have a birthday coming up in 2 months' time, and she wants to buy an outfit or a photo shoot, right? So she needs to, oh, that's fine. She has followed you, which is the subscribe button. She has followed your page on Instagram or subscribed to get your newsletters, right? And you keep sending her stuff. And she says, wow, okay, my birthday is in 2 months' time. Let me buy it next month. And fitting, if it's my fit, perfect. I move on and I do everything perfectly. Then you convert her. She gives you credit card details. You ship the things that she has bought, and she likes them. She likes them, and this is moving to the excite phase. She likes them. The day she gets it, wow, she tries them on, everything is perfect. Then you have a representative call her that, wow, Abigail, how you doing? We're so grateful for your first purchase. We love you. We love your style. You're able to choose things that fit your color and your body perfectly. Does anything fit or is there any problem with it? Just that phone call is an exciting factor that, aside from the fact that she has bought a product from you, right? You are following up with her, you are allowing her to feel good about what she has bought, and she's going to be so excited. I mean, she says, oh yeah, it was my birthday, and my birthday is so and so day, and I just decided to buy a few things. I'm like, oh wow, that's very great. We love that you chose it, and this is going to happen, and you make her happy on that day, and you note her birthday down, and on her birthday you give her a coupon for 20% off. You could just send her a message that because you're special, and because you've had your first purchase and it's your birthday, you give you a 20% off. Notice that there's a ladder next to the ascend phase. She is going to be on that second rung of the ladder, stating that wow, these people are taking up their time, they are very personal, and that's the thing about inbound marketing and understanding your customers. They take and that is something that is very critical to understand as you're growing your business. People love one-on-one conversation, they love giving the right attention, they love all these things, right? And you excite her with that. And let's say it's Christmas Day, right? You send her a small gift, maybe a handkerchief or something that might just be in tune of the holiday season. She's going to be an advocate for your brand. She's going to be like, wow, these guys are awesome. Trust me. She's going to be like, wow, I can not buy from any other place if I do not buy from this brand. And she's going to promote. So possibly she's going to tell her friends that, wow, check out the gift I got from, let's say, what we're calling it, women's stores, or digital kitty wears or something of sort. So she can go on social media and just tell her friends around her, like, wow, see, and this is the promote phase of the value journey worksheet. And you need to now know how your own business goes. What do you sell? How do you sell it? How can you cross sell? What can you do to ensure that you take your customers through these phases? Because it's a one-on-one interaction and it's only happening online, and that's why it's called digital. So you have to find a way of being able to interact with them online. What value are you providing? Are you saying, for example, if you are selling fish, for example, or because it's your birthday, you put an extra kg on your fish, or it's your birthday, we give you a 20% discount, or okay, whatever it is, we have chicken pepper, we have fish pepper soup available at our store. You just come and pick a bowl because it's so and so. If you see, you just look at all those costs as marketing costs, because at the end of the day, if you don't spend this money trying to get people into your door, right, you're going to spend it trying to keep them to buy from you. So why don't you find a way of rejigging your marketing cost, and you turn people to advocates that, wow, these guys take out their time, they do XYZ, and people will promote you for free. And trust me, organic growth is one of the fastest and wonderful growth that you can have, especially when you're working on the digital space. People referring to your business, people advocating that your business is the best. These are things that organically you can grow once you understand the value journey of your personas that buy from you. And that's something critical for any business, because when people organically point at you and say, go and buy from these people, trust me, nothing will stop them from buying from you. So that's just what it is with our class today. If you have any questions on your, and I would share with everyone, right? These are things that you should do and submit at the end of this model. Who are your buyers? Draw a buyer persona. It might be 2 or 3 or 4 your buyer personas, and we submit the review, and we see that we can specifically point that these are the people that always buy from you, that will always pay for your products or services, and this is very critical. So thank you very much. If you have questions, I'm always available on the chat box or in the group, and we can keep going from there. Have a great day.